The date is... And popular YouTuber IShowSpeed uploads a video to his second channel, an announcement for a Minecraft server. A bit of an odd choice given the content he makes, but still, it looked promising. Embark on an unforgettable journey, build friends, build worlds, and engage in epic battles. However, whether Speed knows it or not, his server has not only turned out to be a complete failure, but a massive scam with a web of hidden secrets just waiting to be uncovered. So, let's do just that.
Hey, to everybody, join my server!
I took a ballerina down to the ball dance, met a couple ball players.
But enough talk and speculation. Let's join the server, speedmc, shall we? Upon joining, we're greeted to a lobby with a variety of pretty standard game modes like Bed Wars, Kit PvP, and Build Battle, all of which are completely unplayable due to the fact that there's simply no one around to queue them. However, the main highlight of this server, and the only game that ever gets any players nowadays, is their survival world. It plays out identical to pretty much any other survival server you can think of, except for the lack of any moderation or upkeep.
Oh my goodness. Bro, look at that. It's just carnage over here. What? I can't even get trees, bro.
And the lack of literally anything unique or noteworthy at all. Like seriously, it was as if someone had just copy and pasted a generic template for a survival server, quickly threw together some builds focused around Speed's branding, and launched it. The only thing that does stand out with speedmc is that there's just never any players online. Like, not a single one. Ever. Despite the original trailer getting nearly 1 million views, and Speed occasionally streaming on the server live on YouTube to his 25 million subscribers, it had quickly dropped down to a measly 5 players just 1 week later, and sat at absolutely 0 throughout the entire time I played on it while researching this video. Additionally, the official speedmc Discord server, despite still having over 10,000 members, is also almost a complete ghost town as well. But why? What could have possibly caused not a single player to join the server for days on end? And to answer this question, we have to pay attention to the very first thing that was advertised to us when we joined the server. The store, otherwise known as the most blatant cash grab I've ever seen. The first purchasable item we'll be taking a look at are clans. The store describes them like this. With our awesome clan feature, you can band together with your friends, create your own unstoppable faction, and unlock exclusive advantages that'll give you the edge in every challenge. Essentially, you're paying for a cool little name tag in chat and some grief protection on the server. They also have their own currency called Speed Bucks, which can be used to purchase a variety of different items, such as custom ranks that contain all sorts of unfair advantages, such as keeping all of your XP and items on death, tons of extra ores, and literally allowing the player to get unbanned quicker. But the worst of these items, by far, are the server's crates and crate keys. These two are specifically concerning due to the fact that, unlike directly paying for better items or something like that, these crates instead contain a whole bunch of items, some extremely good and others not so much, and each crate key only grants the player one randomized item. Good or bad, they're all the same price. In simpler terms, it's online gambling being advertised to children, something that is not only against Mojang's official terms of service, but is also straight up illegal in most countries. Not to mention the fact that these crates don't appear to be regulated in any sort of way. All of the other pay-to-win servers I've ever encountered that sell crates at least claim to give equal odds for every item. Whether or not it's actually true is a different story. However, nowhere on the entire speedmc server or website do they ever mention items having equal chances. As a matter of fact, they don't even mention what items are even in the crates at all. So who's to say they didn't just fill them up with a bunch of completely meaningless items, or rig the chances to make the player think that they just barely missed getting an amazing item, encouraging them to buy another crate, and then another, then another, then another. All of these items on the store and the naming of them are meticulously designed to take advantage and make maximum profits off of Speed's audience. The majority of which being young children who probably don't know any better than to just whip out their parents' credit card, and being sold to them at absolutely ridiculous prices. And once again, I was left pretty confused. It would be one thing for a server to simply be pay to win, as unfortunately it's almost impossible if you want your server to remain profitable nowadays, but to actively try and take money from your very young and impressionable audience by promoting unhealthy gambling habits is just outright scummy behavior. It's especially shocking for that person to supposedly be IShowSpeed of all people, a guy who not only already has millions of dollars, but is also widely known for being one of the most humble people on the platform by always providing, showing love, and genuinely looking out for his fans.
Thank you so much, Speed. I really appreciate what you did for you.
Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah, bro. Of course, bro.
Surely he wouldn't knowingly want to just suddenly turn around and scam them out of their money, right? Remember that Discord server I mentioned earlier? Well, I ended up joining and looking around for a bit. And the more I did, the more I began to realize that Speed never even owned this server. I mean, come on, he barely even knows how to play Minecraft. Take a look at this clip from the first time he streamed on the server.
Hey, to everybody, join my server. Everybody, join my server. Join my server, the IShowSpeed server. I'll join where I want. How do I join it?
Or this one from when he was getting trolled in voice chat.
Bro, get the... Bro, see lit, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Hold on, chat. Watch this. I'm about to delete this shit. What's that command again?
You'd think the owner of a server would, at the very least, know how to join their own game modes or remember the commands they installed on it. So if Speed didn't create the server, then who did? And this is where our investigation takes a bit of a weird turn. I tried reaching out to former staff members and managers, but unfortunately, all of them ignored me. However, given the resources we already have, I was still able to find a pretty good answer. By clicking on the server's welcome tab and scrolling all the way up to the first members, we're able to find out a handful of people that joined the server all the way back in December of 2023, months before speedmc was publicly announced. I looked at profile after profile until I found a user named Cobra. Not only does this user have the owner role on the server, but also claims in their bio to be the founder of speedmc. And when you take into account the fact that he is the only person to make all of the announcements and updates, and is also referred to as the owner by other members of the staff team multiple times, things start to become pretty clear. By the way, if you watched the video this far and are still enjoying it, then please consider subscribing. It means a ton. The actual Minecraft server itself is provided by a company called Apex Hosting, as we can see in the many advertisements it includes around the server, which our guy Cobra just so happens to be in their Discord server and has previously sent these messages trying to discuss a potentially big collab with the owners. There's a chance this is how the deal between the two actually formed. However, given that the messages were sent an entire year before the server was made, I think the more likely outcome is that Apex Hosting reached out to somebody on Speed's management, since, you know, he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there right now. Either way, Cobra is the owner of speedmc. He created the server and is most likely getting all of the profits from it. However, this isn't the only server he's founded. If we go back to his About Me section, we can see that he claims to have founded another server, and after typing in that URL, we're met with this. Some sort of social server with this as their imagery, a chat flooded with interesting people and messages, and all sorts of NSFW content, fully accessible for anyone to join. More than anything, speedmc is a lesson in integrity. Let's take another content creator owned server, for example, the Donut SMP. Despite its creator having less than 1% of the following IShowSpeed has, the server has a massive, thriving community with thousands of players online at any given time. This is due to the good relationship and transparency between the players and the staff team. The staff regularly provide updates and new content, actually listens to community feedback, and most importantly, have gone out of their way to remove most of their pay-to-win features like gambling and crates, specifically because they care about their players and want to provide the best experience possible. All of these features are what keep the player base of a server interested and active, and none of them are present in speedmc. In fact, the only reason it hasn't completely shut down yet is because their provider, Apex Hosting, gave Speed free servers for life as long as they sponsor the server, thinking it was going to be this huge success and great advertising for them in the long run. Instead, speedmc lies completely empty, leaving anyone who was unfortunate enough to purchase things from the store effectively scammed out of their money. After years of asking and literal hundreds of requests, we're finally launching a Patreon, which, if you join, you'll not only receive high quality editing breakdowns for every video that I make going forward, including this one, but you'll also unlock things like thumbnail tutorials and early access to my scripts and videos. But yeah, this has been in the works for so long. I'm really looking forward to making the Patreon this nice community, as well as giving you guys the most possible value. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in and you want to support the channel, then please consider joining. The link's in the description. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.